Pass the Gravy, episode 173. 173. Chris, are we having technical difficulties?
No, we're not.
Hear?
I could hear it. It was just really loud.
Oh.
These headphones are just really good. Robert brought me some headphones.
Because you refuse to bring your own.
Right.
Like an adult.
Right.
That does a podcast every week.
Well, I have some at work. I don't want to bring them and leave them here and then not have some at work.
Robert, how many podcasts have you done? Like, this is like 6, 8?
I think I started 166.
So less than 10, and you already have gotten to the point to where you're bringing headphones. And Chris has done like 100. Still doesn't.
Still doesn't.
Dedication.
You have headphones here.
It's
not like I've never been without headphones.
That's true.
Dick.
Luckily.
Jesus.
Luckily, you have other people on this podcast that, pick up the slack. Like me and Robert. That's what we do.
Right.
But that is besides the point. I had a book idea that I was going to pitch to you. I've been, I'm not a writer necessarily. I'm more of
I'm not a publisher.
Right. But I'm just trying to spitball. You really shot down Airbnb.
Oh,
And you did not think it was a good idea. And I think Airbnb is a great idea if you want to hook up on an airplane. I think that a lot of people could benefit from it. I think it's very useful. Mm-hmm. But maybe I need to go the route I don't need to go with apps. Maybe books. That's like the oldest medium in the world. Books. Okay. Or spoken word is probably the oldest
spoken
medium
word, right,
in the world. But all right.
The written word is a close second, though.
Yeah, very close. So pretty much, I've seen like a lot of fight videos lately. I got choked out by Tito Ortiz last year. It made the World Star this past weekend. Did you see that?
Congratulations
That's pretty neat.
to you, sir. Why so late, by the way?
I just because it like recirculates every couple of months. I feel like, but it was funny. I just kept getting tagged over and over again by people from the same thing. But so a lot of fights. Mm-hmm. I watched a lot of fights. A lot of fights have been breaking out. You're seeing just like random kids in schools getting in fights now. You're seeing all this stuff. I think I should make a book. Mm-hmm. I should write a book or make a book called How to Win a Fight.
Okay.
And just like, get this, just bear with me.
All right.
So it's not really about I guess it is literally about what's inside the book. But you open up the book and it's just a hollowed out other book that I've replaced with a new cover that I've made that says How to Win a Fight. And when I've hollowed it out, I've just replaced it with a knife. So,
wow, so you just have
really,
the knife.
It's like,
it should be
how to win a fight.
It should
Here's
be
a knife.
How to win a fist fight.
No, just how to win a fight. And so then the sequel to the book, obviously, How to Beat That Guy.
It's just a gun.
It's a gun.
Okay.
Same premise.
Right.
Just a gun.
Sounds like a great idea for a coffee table book.
Like, you could like we don't really have to publish the books ourselves. We could literally just go to like a discount bookstore and then just buy all the shitty ones we don't think anybody's going to use that are hardbacks.
Hollow them out.
And you hollow them out and we just print out a bunch of covers.
So have you ever tried to hollow out a book? When I was little, I thought that was the coolest idea. I could hollow out a book and then I could keep all my, all my money and condoms there.
Right.
At 11 years old. And I tried hollowing out a book. I tried to hollow out the Bible.
Ooh, not a good start.
Not a good start. It was an older Bible.
Oh, really?
I still found myself in my bedroom cutting out pages of the Bible, which, I felt...
Now, okay.
Looking back, I feel like that's not such the great...
When you hollowed it out, were you going page by page? Or were you trying to get as many as you could in like one fell swoop? Were you using a knife?
I was using scissors. I was using scissors, and it wasn't perfect. It wasn't like, the entire page in a perfect square. It was kind of just like a gash, really, in the middle of the pages. And it took a while. I didn't get very far. I couldn't put a whole bunch of dollar bills in.
You know that they now sell actual fake books.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I used to have one. It was a little dictionary. Merriam-Webster's dictionary had a little key.
Nice. That's like the soda cans you get at the smoke shop that you just screw off.
Yep. I'm pretty sure they're probably used for the same stuff.
Probably. Speaking of books, the coolest thing on Scooby-Doo was when they would just take one book out of the bookshelf and the entire wall would flip.
Yeah, I always wanted a place like that.
God, I always wanted a place like that. I'm sure there's some out there. Like, there's some nerd who grew up watching all this shit when they were younger. And he got rich, obviously, because he's a nerd and he's smart and he's... Clearly.
They learned a lot.
They rule the world now.
They paid attention in school.
And I'm sure he's fashioned himself a hiding room via bookshelf.
You know what I was reading about this past weekend that I've never heard of really until now? It was called an escape room.
Yes,
you know what that is?
I've heard all about these. Didn't you go to one?
No.
Who was I talking? Oh, I guess Michael Connor at the radio station.
Okay.
Or I think he went to a panic room.
A panic room, though, is when like it's just a room you can go and be safe in. But an escape room there's several sets of rooms that you have to like solve puzzles and stuff. Like the reason I found out about what it was Reddit, and it was like escape room employees. What's the craziest thing you've seen? I was like, what is an escape room? What is okay, I'm clicking, and I was just like, were you in a prison and you saw people like escaping and you had to be the guy that sounded the alarm? That's I want to see these stories.
They're like themed.
Right, yeah, you can have like boat themed ones, or you like Halloween themed ones,
or stuff like that.
And people do them for birthdays and bachelor parties and stuff.
That's not as cool as the therapy. Remember a few months ago I was telling you about the you take old computers and TVs and
you just break them.
Bats, you just smash the shit out of them. That makes my nipples hard.
That's cool, but like I feel like it's all over in 30 seconds or so.
Not really.
Like, I don't.
You pay like I think it's like the half hour or something you get in the room.
But I feel like when I'm in a rage like that, like I'm not gonna spend 30 full minutes tearing stuff up. I would think that
you of all people with
because I'm more of a quick rage. Like bam, done. Okay, I got it out of my system.
Like I remember when I was a kid, and you know that time when you're a kid and it's that period. It's the first few months.
Your first period.
Exactly.
Is that what you're talking about?
Exactly. Your first period. No, when you're home alone for the first time. You know what I mean? Like when your parents finally trust you. Okay, when you come home from school at 3 o'clock, you're gonna be home alone from 3 o'clock.
You get a key
until
for the first
exactly.
time.
You get a key and you sound like a big kid. You know what I mean? It feels great. So when I had like the 45 minutes of alone time in my house, I would go in my garage and I'd break shit.
What?
Maybe that's like something says something about me.
Yeah.
But like
yeah, it does.
I would I don't know. It was fun. Right? We all have that. Like some kids like to kill bugs and shit in the backyard,
which is probably not a good thing.
Some kids like to kill animals, which is weird.
That is very weird.
But to me, like smashing stuff.
That's I guess.
Cool. That was cool. There's Alex is like, this guy's a weirdo.
Yeah.
But there's a great episode of Malcolm in the Middle.
What did your parents do? Did your parents beat your ass?
No, they never found out.
And what'd you break?
I don't know. What would I break? Like old toys of mine and shit like that. Shit that I didn't care about.
Okay, I thought you just meant you went like in the garage and just broke what was ever in the garage. They would definitely notice.
No. I'd take like old fucking
Your dad's
toys.
like, where'd my workbench go?
That's why I don't have my Buzz Lightyear from when I was fucking 6, and I'm pissed off about that because I smashed it to a million pieces. But anyways,
what would you do with it now?
Oh, I have my Woody still. I think you've seen that in my apartment. It's on display. Yeah, I know. You're so fucking childish. But anyways, there's the great episode of Malcolm in the Middle where Bryan Cranston's character, he buys that
Hal.
Hal. He buys that what is it? It's like a fucking it's a wood chipper. He buys a wood chipper and he's getting his rocks off by just throwing random shit in the wood chipper. And I would love that. I love that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like it's like when you first get something like that, you're like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I don't like breaking things over and over again. Like, but sometimes when you're playing like an Xbox game
therapeutic.
and you just lose your shit,
yeah.
like you're
you know
playing
how many
Madden.
PlayStation controllers I've
right?
broken?
Yeah, tons.
Oh my
You're
God.
playing Madden.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then like you're, what the fuck? He doesn't jump 20 feet in the air. You're bullshit.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're being cheated. It's probably not being cheated at all. But then you smash it and you're like, God damn it, that's $50. I
remember I
spend.
smashed my PlayStation 1 controller into the console and broke everything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have really found a way to like until recently I didn't own 2 controllers at a time. I kind of cut myself down to being like, hey buddy, we're not gonna break this because then you don't get to play anymore.
Right.
Because it was like, well, I just got this backup one and now nobody likes me because I can't share.
My Xbox.
You don't? I was playing some last week, but I had off. I don't play it regularly.
Yeah.
I try to.
I was waiting on a good game. I guess when Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption, the first one.
Red Dead
Or
Redemption.
Red Dead Revolve Redemption. It was Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption, and now they're doing Red Dead Redemption 2.
I thought there was only Red Dead Redemption.
No, but what they're coming out with,
stuff?
Red Dead Revolver was the first game.
There was a first game?
Yeah, brah.
Robert, do you know about this first game?
Do you even know what Red Dead Revolver and Red Dead Redemption
I've never
is?
played them, but I know of them.
It was like Cowboy's version, or like the Cowboy Grand Theft Auto, basically.
Wait a second.
Revolver's the first one.
Really?
Yeah, Red Dead Revolver.
I never got
Maybe
on
learn
that
learn a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
You learn a little bit every day on Pass the
Maybe.
Gravy, don't you?
First off, before your mom turns us off because we cuss too much.
We do cuss a lot.
And she says she only listens to about the 15 minutes and then can't listen
If
anymore.
she can get through
If she can get through that. I want to thank her for these freaking pretzels she got me, or she made me. What are these? How would you explain them?
Like,
they're like garlicky,
dope.
delicious fucking pretzels. Alex's mother was so sweet.
yeah, they've just got cheese and garlic and stuff
Man.
on them, and they're awesome. And she made them one time, and Chris had them, and then when he finally met her, he was like, "Oh, you cook the best stuff." And so she's like, "Well, send some to Christopher."
That was very nice.
She didn't
of
call
her.
you Christopher though. It just sounded like a mom thing to say.
Right.
Her birthday is next Tuesday, so
Oh,
before
happy
the next
birthday.
episode, happy birthday,
What is it, like 3 days before?
Mama Middleton.
How does
It'll
that
be
work?
2 days after
Mother's Day?
Mother's Day. Yes,
Ugh, those days just creep up on me.
they do. So I've always been good about like it's always usually around the same time. Sometimes there's like a week or two in between. But like I'm always like, okay, Mother's Day, my mom's birthday in the same month. We can get all of the presents. We can get it all figured out.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And she's not a thing person. She doesn't want like, I want jewelry.
My mother very much is a thing person.
Really?
No, not
like if you ask her, she's like, I just want to hang out with my boys.
My mom would be completely
dinner.
happy. Like she begs me to come home every Sunday just to eat dinner. And I'm always working on Sunday, so it's hard. It's
yeah,
like,
I used to be in that same boat.
Like I came home on Easter Sunday, and she was so happy, and like we all had dinner. She was so happy, and she's like, "I want this every Sunday, every single Sunday." And I feel bad, like I can't come.
That's how
like,
moms
on
are.
Sunday afternoon. I know, but this Mother's Day though, my brother and my dad and we're taking her out to dinner on Friday.
Well, that'd be good.
Which is good, and we're gonna surprise her. She doesn't know that my brother and I are showing up.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Those are always the best. When
Those
you can
are
surprise
always
her.
the best.
For my mom's 50th birthday, I was a senior in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was not old enough to drink or do anything in Vegas, but my uncle had a private jet that we told my mom we were going to go to some church retreat or something, and then my dad acted like his car broke down, and her friend was like, well, we need to go meet Mark. We need to go pick him up, and drove up to this random little mini private jet airport or whatever, and she was like, what are you? He's like, come look at this plane. And then my grandma was on, she's like, Kim, get in the plane. And then he had just grabbed everything out of her closet and packed her a bag and everything, and that's cool. And she lost her shit.
Where'd they go?
Went to Vegas.
Nice.
We all went to Vegas for the weekend. It was cool.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Vegas is a lot cooler, I bet, though, when you're 21.
Yeah, it's like when I went on a cruise.
It wasn't about me that week.
It's like when I went on a cruise and I was 12. God, that was the worst fucking week of my
Dude,
life.
but you had those kids clubs, so you're
They
still
do have
like
those
trying,
kids
and like
clubs,
you're always
man.
trying to
And,
hook
oh,
up
man.
regardless of what age you
Yeah,
are.
absolutely. It was great. But still, I was drinking fucking Shirley Temples the entire goddamn time.
Yeah, well, no, I had somebody that was older that was.
I was
just kinda
12.
Cool.
I wasn't even trying to.
He
drink,
taught
to be
me at
honest.
that point that when you're underage, you got to go with Coke and rums, or Sprite and vodkas, because
How
then
old
you
were
can.
you? Drinking Coke and
Probably 14.
Oh, okay.
13, 14, something like that. But he taught me that then.
Look at Robert's face. These fucking alkies,
Degenerates.
Degenerates drinking at fucking 14.
But then he showed me you do that, and if you got the Coke and the rum, it either looks like tea or Coke.
obviously,
you can be in the vicinity of your parents without them suspecting anything.
Obviously, you're not gonna have a bottle of beer.
Have a beer,
Right.
like a man.
Right, but no, the cruise at 12 years old.
That's still cool. Cruises are always cool.
Cruises
to
are
me.
great. Man.
In my
I want
books,
to go on a cruise. So
they're
bad.
always cool.
We should have a goddamn Pass the Gravy cruise.
Who wants to pass the gravy cruise? Let us know. Let us know.
TTG cruise. Radio
At
does
Pass
do
the Gravy
that.
Pod. Not anymore, really.
Yeah, they do.
Occasionally. but-
Tom Joyner still does it.
Okay. Cool.
Cool for Tom Joyner.
All right, let's get right into our Where You Been segment. And by right
God.
in, I mean we're 13 minutes in, so now we'll get into it.
Yes.
Where you been? 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 Where you been at? Where you been? Where you been? Where you gone? Where you gone? Since you been up? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
All right, now where have you been?
Where have I been? Hung out with you, Friday?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de
It didn't
Mayo.
feel like Cinco de Mayo because our dumbasses went out and got crawfish and went to
That's a Mexican tradition.
the worst
I believe.
honky tonk this side of
Was it a honky tonk? Oh yeah, that we didn't start at a honky tonk.
didn't start-
We went to a honky tonk.
Ugh. Anyways, we went out to what?
So we went to Wild West.
What I thought was going to be a quiet evening with you and Cole getting crawfish and having a few beers.
We got a little rowdy for Cole.
It did get very rowdy for Cole. For once, I saw Cole let loose. Let me tell you. Have you ever seen him like that before?
Let loose.
Yeah, like
Did he drink?
Well, that's what I'm getting at. He was acting like a. Well, you didn't go along with my joke. I was.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
He was just absolutely out of control.
I don't know if you remember, but I got pretty drunk that
I
night.
got drunk as well. Cole didn't have a single drink though.
So that's like
Once again,
Cinco de Mayo,
I'm starting
4th of July,
I'm starting
Super
to think
Bowl.
Cole is a. The Super Bowl too.
It's 3 times he hasn't had drinks, and I'm not saying
You think he's an
that
alcoholic?
anything's wrong with that.
You
No,
think
I
he's a-
don't think so. I just think he's just not interested in it. There's people that just aren't interested in it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just funny to make fun of Cole because we make fun of Cole with everything else, anyways. I think that's probably just my assumption. But
Whatever.
anyways, he had to call a cab, right?
Next time we go out with him, we should order him a glass of milk. Just a glass of warm milk.
We just get you heat it up a little
Just
bit.
heat it up just a little
And
bit.
some liver and onions.
Exactly. And if
Anything, some tapioca
Yeah.
and prune juice.
you have some baby food back there, maybe. Anyways, so we went. Where did we go? We went to the.
It was the Pub Galleria.
Pub Galleria. Yeah, nice little joint.
Had to keep the streak going.
I didn't care for the $10 The $10 cover.
Yeah, you got there
Decent
late.
crayfish.
You got there late,
I
and
know.
I didn't have to pay cover, so
No,
it was
you didn't?
cool. And I think I paid your cover because you didn't have money.
Well, I gave you $8 back.
Okay, well, still paid your cover.
Whatever. Their crawfish was all right, I guess.
It was
I
pretty
told
good.
you, it's all starting to blend together. Crawfish is crawfish now at this point.
See, I think I'm getting leaner and meaner
Yeah?
at picking out the crawfish
You've had
and what's
it
good
18
and what's not.
times.
I've had it 12 times in 10 weeks.
That's insane.
12 times 10 weeks, not bad. I like my stats on that one.
Do you?
So I had it 3 times in 2 days this weekend. We had it
That's
at the
disgusting.
Pub
You
Gallery
wanted to have it
on Friday night.
4 times in 3 days. 'Cause
I
you
did because I wanted. We're at 9 places I've got. Or one of us has been to at least, and we can put that list that we keep updating the power rankings, and it would have looked way nicer if it was an even 10 places that we were ranking. But you're like, I'm Chris, and I don't feel like it. We'll do it after the podcast on Tuesday. Psych, I can't do it after the podcast on Tuesday. It's always like, here's a date, and then I'm like, hey, let's do it. Dude, you just keep blowing me off. It's cool, dude. It's cool.
I'm sorry,
I get it.
I've got
I get
a
it.
job.
Well,
I'm sorry, I got
well.
work. Makes me
So, anyways,
But
yeah,
anyways.
went to Pub Gallery had there. Then Friday or Saturday afternoon, I was out and visited my parents for a little bit. We went out to Willie's Ice House in Katy. Had some of those. Those were good. They were not as good as the Pub Galleria. And then following that, a few hours later, I went out to Sugarland. My friend Darren was having people over for his birthday. We went out to Big Ben's Tavern, had some of their crawdaddies.
So you had
And
twice in one day.
Twice in
6
8 hours.
hours?
6 hours, yeah.
That's gross.
So if you want the updated power rankings, number 1, Bayou City Seafood and Pasta. Number 2, BB's on Westheimer. Number 3, The Boot. Number 4, Sam's Boat Richmond. Number 5, The Pub Galleria. Number 6, Willie's Ice House in Katy. Number 7, Big Ben's Tavern in Sugarland. Number 8, LA Crawfish on Ranch 99 Market. And number 9, Ragin' Cajun, sucking it up.
Yeah, Raging Cajun was bad.
But so we still got a couple weeks left at least to keep the streak going. And I've gotten to the
got a
double
whole
digits
summer,
now,
don't we?
guys. I got the double digits. So now I
How long
can't
does
stop.
crawfish season last?
I don't know. Somebody let us know when crawfish season ends. I don't think it technically ever ends. They're just not good after a certain point.
Right.
They're getting smaller at places I'm going. I don't know if I'm just not going to the best places, but
I told you the place in Pearland from the guy at the radio station talks for. He told us they can hook us up there.
well,
I don't
let's
know if
try
it's
that.
gonna be free, but they said they can
let's
get us-
make that happen.
I think it's already like $2.99 a pound, like crazy.
That's easy. That's pretty cool. I found a place that was $30 all you could eat. Not too shabby. We could do that. But yeah.
Noise. Do you hear that?
No, that was just you breathing, I think.
Okay. Whatever.
Anyways.
Anyways,
What else did you do?
what else did I do? I just worked, man. Not a whole
worked?
lot. Yeah.
But we went to
Went to work.
we didn't finish up. We went to a
You came to work and I was all fucking hung.
yeah. I had to
over.
I picked up a shift and kind of just hung out for 3 hours, and you were there, hungover, having to do real work.
I was
But
pissed off because you were fucking around in there.
well, you
God,
have
you always fucking do that.
sorry. So I'm just
Sorry.
trying to spice things
Alex
up, Chris.
is the biggest, like, just
Just what?
nothing.
You're just
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
it. What do you have? What
I
are you
don't
gonna
know,
tell me?
man.
What are you gonna
You're
say?
just like at work. When I'm working, it's like having a child there in the corner fucking with everything.
I don't believe that. I don't think that's
believe
true.
that.
I think
You're
I'm
just
very
over
well
there, like,
behaved at work.
Drawing on the walls. And
I didn't draw on the
You
wall.
did draw on the
Did
wall.
I draw on the wall?
You draw on the window.
With a dry erase marker that you can erase. So maybe let's get our facts straight, Chris. Huh?
Whatever.
Let's get our facts straight before we're saying I'm vandalizing company property
Okay.
on a recorded podcast. Dick.
Didn't mean to get you in trouble.
But like Friday night, we went out, and how late we were at? We were at Pub Gallery until like midnight,
Mm-hmm.
like 11 or so, and then everybody was just kind of like, "Oh hey."
No, like midnight. Yeah, I left that Wild West place.
We went to Wild West, and I just realized how drunk I was, and was just like, I have got to go. Hung out with listener Michael LeBear. He was cool. He was a fun time.
Yeah.
And Jakey White was out there. We hung out with Cole. I think we already said everybody was there. It was just it was a random cast of characters we all put together. Jack
was
Attack
there.
was there. It was fun. It was
Yeah.
a good time to be had by all.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to Wild West, and that got fun. I just was like, I gotta bail. It was
Yeah.
too much money. I paid like $10 for cover for like 3 people because I was drunk. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I left. I just kind of bailed. And how long did you stay after I left?
I left. I don't remember. I left like around 1-ish. I felt like.
Oh, that's not much later then.
No.
Oh well.
Yeah. 1-ish. 30 something. I don't know. But all I know is that I was a mess the next morning.
Yep.
And I knew I was going to be a mess the next morning. It was one of those things where I just kind of woke up and threw myself into the car.
Yeah, you just forced yourself to go.
Without brushing my teeth, because I knew I had a toothbrush in my desk drawer at work.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know.
Do you brush your teeth at work regularly?
Well, no. But I don't know. I think I had like a toothbrush in my backpack or something, and then, yeah. All I know is that there was a toothbrush and toothpaste in my desk at work.
Mm-hmm.
So I was good on that front. Because I woke up super late, and man, ugh.
Well,
that was like the after BLT one night. I think the first BLT I went to a couple years ago with you.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Oh God, I was just so fucking hungover. I had to work on New Year's Day. I had to be at work at 4 a.m.
But
the
you
next
knew
day.
that going into
But I knew
it, and
that
you didn't
going
hold
in.
back.
And I didn't hold back, and I remember being super wasted, running around downtown looking for an Uber, and then just Ubering straight back to work, and then falling asleep at the board. And then the news lady who was doing the news came in and was like, "Hey, I think it's time for you to play some commercials now." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Did you
coming to work to hungover is not ideal.
Not ideal at all.
Ideal.
Did you have a problem with your eye yesterday?
How do you know about that?
You were telling me about it.
So
That's why I brought it up.
It's the weirdest thing.
You were freaking out about your eye yesterday.
Yeah. I almost went to see an eye doctor, and it's still kind of hurting. But when I woke up on Sunday, well, no, I woke up to my eye hurting. It was hurting, and that's what woke me up. And like early Monday morning, and for some reason, I don't know why. I think what happened was I got my hair cut Sunday, and I gotta take a shower right after I get a haircut because the hair gets all over the place.
Right.
But I didn't for some reason. I was tired, and I fell asleep, and I think hair got into my eye. I think that's what happened.
You're a damn fool.
What do you mean?
Damn fool.
Why am I?
Maybe take a shower then.
I know. But anyway, so all day yesterday, my eye was just fucking killing, and today it's not killing as much, but it's still kind of irritating. But no, yeah. Thanks for bringing that up.
Push your mic closer to you. You're not coming
My mic
across
is
very
fine.
loud.
Shut the
Well, are you looking at the levels? Because I am.
I feel like
I
you're
am.
never that close to the microphone.
My microphone is closer to me than yours is to you.
How's that?
That's better.
Okay.
Our buddy Bobby Jokes had a fun little weekend. He was gonna. I went to a Astros Day game, and he had said he's gonna go to the Thursday game, and so I was like, "Oh, hey, buddy, what's up?" And he could not make it to the game. You want to talk about that, buddy?
Yeah, so I had to go to the hospital on Thursday.
What?
I'd already bought the tickets to the Astros game, so I was kind of a little upset.
Did you try and scalp him though?
No, I didn't. It was too late.
Did you get on StubHub and just charge like $400 for him?
I wish. No, I bought seats in like $400. I wasn't gonna get $400 for that.
$400 for the 400s. I'm just saying.
But my girlfriend Sam, she had abdominal pain Wednesday. That started Wednesday, and I know she's gonna be listening to this later. And Sam, you're great.
That's in the
and stuff.
abdomen, Alex.
I know what that is.
Just saying.
I know.
I know.
And abdominal pain is up. Shut up. Shut up.
So Sam, you're great, but sometimes you can be a little dramatic.
Oh. Oh.
And so I thought this is gonna go away. She's had kind of abdomen pain before, and nope. Next day she still had it. So she went to the hospital with her mom like at 10 a.m. And I knew I was gonna have to go because her mom went with Sam's niece, and her niece is 3 years old. So I knew she would complain about wanting to go to Toys
You knew
R
you were
Us.
gonna have to go because how long have you been with her?
4 years.
So yeah, you have to go at
should
that
probably
point.
go.
After like 3 years, you got to go with every hospital trip. I feel like.
So I headed over there, and she's in a room with her gown and whatever, and she's already been they tried to put an IV in her, and because they wanted to do a CAT scan on her abdomen to see what was wrong. Is it an appendicitis or
Right.
what is it?
Now, Chris, a lot of people get this misconstrued. They're not actually scanning you with a cat.
Thank you.
Just continue.
Okay.
Sorry.
And so they got to put iodine, the dye, so when they do the scan, they can actually see the,
Right.
The appendix or whatever.
Right. So they like put the IV in.
Mm-hmm. But it turns out that she has small veins.
Ooh.
So when they put the IV in,
Is she a small person?
Yeah, she's 4'10".
Small people would tend to have small
She's
veins.
4'10".
4'10", about 95-ish
Oh my.
pounds.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Little bitty thing.
I bet those veins are small.
Yeah.
and so they said the vein blew out. I have no idea what that means. They never explained it.
The vein blew out.
Don't worry,
that's
I've
what
got
they said.
Google, and I will
feel
find
like that
out.
would hurt.
It did hurt. She said she was in a lot of pain when they were putting it in, but she had no idea. Cause she
Who the fuck put this vein in? The goddamn person who changed the bedpans?
Probably.
That's insane.
And so it did hurt, but she didn't say anything because she'd never had an IV put in.
All right, breaking news.
Uh-oh.
A blown vein is a term used to describe what happens to a vein when it is ruptured. When it ruptures or gets punctured, causing blood to leak outside of the vein
Can't that
itself.
cause internal bleeding? Isn't that?
I
what
guess that is exactly what that is.
Oh god.
So
All right. So we were talking about this before, but veins and IVs and all that shit just, like eeks me, right? Like I'm not like I can look at anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing really grosses me out. I like looking at scabs and like people getting shot and stuff like that.
Okay, weirdo.
But like the veins, man, and the IVs, that's the worst to me. That is the absolute, like even in movies. Oh,
Is your girlfriend like? Does she hate that stuff?
Yeah, she wouldn't look at it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't like looking at the vein at the like IVs or syringes going in my arm. So like whenever I give blood or take blood taken, I don't really give blood. When I get blood taken, I'm always just like, okay, I can't look. I don't care. I don't care about the
doesn't
pain or
bother-
anything, but I just don't like watching it physically go in.
It doesn't bother
That's what she
like
said.
when it happens me when they're doing it to me. I can watch them do it to me, but like it's when other people do it, especially in movies. You know, in movies when somebody wakes up in the hospital, they got the IV in,
Right.
They always first thing they always do. What do they
Nobody's
do?
trying to help you.
Nobody's trying to help you.
You know, like
They always- why would that
these
the
doctors
IV, why would
don't know
that
what they're
IV
talking
be in
about.
there for a reason? First thing you do when you wake up from a coma is obviously you rip the IV out of your arm, and that always just, oh my god, that gets me every single time.
So
First off, I don't understand why they would rip the IV out of their arm.
yeah, it just seems like
That makes no sense to me at all. But anyways, go ahead with the story, Robert.
Yeah, so they
So they put the iodine in,
Uh-huh.
and like you said, it spilled into the skin rather than into her bloodstream, whatever. So her arm swelled up immediately.
Ooh.
like how big are we talking about swelling up?
It was pretty big. She might as well like become the Hulk on one arm.
Oh my.
Oh.
Huge.
It's fucking green and stuff?
No, it wasn't
Okay.
green.
That would have been cool though.
That would have been
Kinda.
cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
Were you a little nervous? Were you like, I don't know if I can stay with her if she's got a
Yes.
one weird size arm and one not weird size arm?
Yeah.
You're like, you don't have to say it on the podcast. We all know.
Right.
It's cool. It's
Absolutely.
cool. We all think it.
Little wink.
Right? Right?
Sure.
He's not winking, Sam. He's totally not winking.
And they couldn't. So the first one blew out, and then they couldn't find another one. So she got pricked maybe like 3 or 4 times,
Oh.
That's fun.
and they had to like get a smaller needle so it would fit in her vein. But I guess it turns out they couldn't find anything. So we went to the emergency room, and they're just going to treat emergency. So
Right.
they didn't
Right.
bother diagnosing.
Right.
So we have no idea what it was because they didn't.
Right.
They said, "Oh, you're okay. Nothing's wrong." But that arm starts turning red. Come back tomorrow, or if the swelling doesn't go down. It took about 2 days for the swelling to go down.
Do you have pictures of it?
Yeah, I do.
Can we put them on the Stuff from the Show page this week?
Yeah.
So go there, passyourapod.com, Stuff from the Show page, and you'll see the before and afters.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We'll do that.
Oh.
Great. Can you get that, buddy?
Yeah.
Sorry, we had technical difficulties. So she's just been. Has she been okay then since?
Yeah, like the pain also went away. Like started Wednesday. It went away like by Friday.
So and is she gonna go back and get it checked up on, or is she just waiting
fine.
until it comes back?
I guess so.
That's good. I remember you texting me saying that like she thought she had appendicitis, and I told you I was kind of drunk when I was texting you this, and I was like, dude, one time I had a bladder infection, but I was convinced that I had appendicitis because like you like WebMD, like what is appendicitis? Because it was kind of like a pain on my side, and I was like, well, I know that that's a sign of possibly that your appendix is about to rupture. So then obviously WebMD tells you exactly what you want to not hear, and I was like, oh god, I got an appendicitis, and I kept like poking it, trying to feel like it's supposed to be like excruciating pain, and then I went to the doctor and he was like, look, man, like I think I got this. Come on, like he's like, how much have you been poking your stomach or your side? And I was like, a lot. And he's like, well, you know that if you keep doing that, it's just gonna hurt when you touch it anyways. And I was like, yeah, but I think I've got this. And he was like, I pissed into a cup, and he was like, no, you've got a bladder infection, buddy. And
You're hooked on
I was
meth.
like, maybe she'll have that, but apparently she didn't even have a
Yeah,
bladder
they made her
infection.
pee in a cup too, and like I said, her niece was there too, so she thought that Sam had a baby in her. So, and Sam was like, nope, no, I don't have that.
That's not how it works. Sorry.
Yeah, but luckily she's okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Good to hear then. She's not expecting to go back to the ER anytime soon then,
Doesn't
hopefully.
look like it.
That's good. Maybe work on those veins. Tell her to start lifting. I think what was it? Creatine is what you're supposed to take. It opens up the veins a little bit. I don't know. Cocaine?
How was the experience at the emergency
How
room?
long?
Did you have to like wait a long time?
Yeah,
Did you-
I got there like 11. I think we didn't leave until like 4:35 ish.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus. That sounds awful.
We were there for a long time, and the thing that made me
Did you
really,
go to urgent care or the like the actual hospital emergency room?
actual hospital
Yeah.
Memorial?
Yeah, okay.
The thing that really made me mad was that like
Thanks a lot, Obamacare.
the nurses and
Trump
doctors
care
they
now,
didn't
Trump care now.
communicate with each other, and so like they kept pricking her because
Ugh.
they weren't saying, oh, you know, this vein is too small. They kept like, oh, that one works fine. No, we got to do it on the other arm, and it was a mess.
You're not a very, like, angry guy. At least you've never been around me. You've always been pretty chill, like, laid back. You don't ever seem like you get upset. Were you, like, close to being that guy that's going to snap?
Yeah, like
Because I would have been.
yeah, you know, because I don't want to see her in pain.
Right. You're like, what the fuck, man? How long are we going to be here? Like, what is your job? Just do it.
Yeah, but hopefully we won't have to go back.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Let's
good.
avoid that in the future.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she's okay, though. Unfortunately, I think she owes you an Astros game, though.
She does. She's
Right?
actually
Yes.
really disappointed about missing it.
Aw.
Well, you missed the one game that the Astros lost that series.
Yeah,
They
I
beat
know.
the shit out of the fucking Rangers, so it was dope.
Didn't you go to the game that they lost?
That was the game I lost. That's why we were going to meet up.
Oh, I see. Oh, because it was a day game on
Yeah.
Thursday. That's right.
I went out with Jack Attack then, too. And then
He was pounding beers before noon, I hear.
yeah, dude. My buddy Jack doesn't normally
Jack
drink.
is,
And I've recently introduced, not recently, I guess you've known him for a little while now. He's a listener of the podcast.
Yeah.
And he got a little rowdy before the game. It was fun. We went and checked out the new outfield, the Shake Shack and everything they put out there.
Nice.
It's pretty dope. Shake Shack is really good. I had never had it before. You're going to New York, you got to get it.
Yeah.
It's like a have to have in New York.
Well,
I
they've got
believe.
it here, don't they?
Yeah, but it's like, it's not where it's from. It's like an In-N-Out burger in Texas is probably good,
Yeah.
which, I mean, I've had one, but
Right.
I've never had a California one, and I bet that's way better.
Speaking of New York, I got my confirmation tickets for Seth Meyers.
Ooh.
Super excited about that.
He's too good for Fallon.
What?
I know this story. It's cool.
What do you
I
mean?
was just saying, you're too good for Jimmy
Oh,
Fallon.
no. I
want
wanna
to
go
go
to
to
Jimmy
the Late Show.
I want to go to Jimmy Fallon, but he's all sold out. So.
So I went to the Astros day game. That was cool. I've been watching a lot of baseball.
Have you?
You know who the best team in baseball is?
The Colorado
The New
Rockies.
York Yankees. New York Yankees. Everybody thought they weren't going to make the playoffs. Right now, they're looking pretty good. They swept the Red Sox and Cubs in consecutive weekends.
I thought the Astros were
a
the best
bad
team in
start.
baseball.
They were not. They're up there, like one of the top 3, 4.
Like every.
Yankees are number 1 right now.
Oh, okay.
So
Today.
suck on that. Well, okay. So
It's
what are
like,
we
I
looking
swear
at
to
this?
God, yesterday, Astros had the best record in MLB.
Well,
They
why
have
don't
the
we go
same
look
number
at
of wins.
standings?
They have the same number of wins?
Yeah, I think 21.
Okay.
But the Yankees have played less games, I think.
Or more games.
Fuck the Yankees.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the winners? Champs? Not champs, but future champs. Eventually. I'm just waiting for my fucking computer to load so I can tell you guys who the standings. All right, 21-9, yeah. Astros are 21-11. So are the Nats. So yeah, the Yankees do have the best record in baseball. How about that? That was
I
a
don't
fun little
care.
fact that no one cares
How
about.
how many games have we played? 30 something?
30 exactly.
So we got nothing.
Astros have played 32.
What, 132 games left, huh?
Yep, we're almost there.
Almost there.
Almost there.
We're in the home stretch.
I fucking hate how long baseball season is. But I
It's
watched
so
a lot.
stupid.
Watched a lot of that. Emma's kind of adopted the Cubs because she's obsessed with Anthony Rizzo.
She thinks
She's got like a huge crush on him, and so she's watched a lot of Cubs games, and they played the Yankees,
Mm-hmm.
and we watched the Sunday night game after the Rockets were over, and it went 18 innings, and I passed
Well, that's
out.
what we were supposed to be doing on Friday night when we were out getting crawfish and drunk and.
We were watching the Rockets.
That's what Cole
They were
left us
on.
because we would have went to the Rockets and that awful band was playing it.
Yeah, there was a band that they brought on like in the middle of the second half,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, don't do that. Let's skewer it a little bit, or wait until the game's over. But right when everybody's paying attention, they let a band go. And I don't really know. I was kind of drunk. I
support
shouldn't have
local
cared as
music.
much as I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should have just been cool with it. But yeah, that's where I was
Yeah,
at.
you were booing them.
I don't remember that.
I remember it clearly.
But yeah, I watched some NHL playoffs, some NBA playoffs. Rockets tied up the
How long
series.
does the NHL playoffs last? I feel like I've been hearing about that for.
As long as the NHL or NBA does.
Cause I got
About
7 games.
2.5 months.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so Rockets are tied with the Spurs. We're recording this on a Tuesday, so they are going to play Game 5 tonight. So we don't know who's going to be it. I would guess the Spurs. I would guess the Spurs are going to win tonight, and probably the series.
Are they in Houston for this Game 6?
Game 6, yes. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see, and then I still think that it's going to be Warriors and Cavs in the finals, and I think the Warriors are going to win it all. That's my prediction still.
It's been the Warriors and Cavs 3 years now.
It will be the third year. Wow. But then I think the Penguins and the Capitals situation in the NHL over there, the Pens were up 3-1. It looked like the Caps were done. They battled back. It's a 3-3 series right now. We got a Game 7 tomorrow night. I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully Alexander Ovechkin sticks one to that little bitch boy Sidney Crosby, and the Capitals finally bring it back. Yeah, he's not been playing forever. He's been playing like 8-9 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He came into the league in like 2007. So 10 years.
That's 10 years.
I was close.
Anyways.
I guess that's it. Let's tell you guys about the fine folks over at MeUndies. Elevate your underwear game with MeUndies. You've perfected your wardrobe, but what about the stuff that not everybody gets to see? If you've been settling for store-bought 5-packs, I've got something that can change your life for the better. I'm talking about MeUndies, Chris. Talking about MeUndies. What's the first thing you put on and the last thing that you take off every day?
Underwear.
That is exactly what it is. You make the most important piece of clothing the best it can be with MeUndies. What is MeUndies? Just seriously soft, feel-good undies that are delivered right to your door. MeUndies are designed in L.A., which is either Los Angeles or Louisiana.
I think they mean Los Angeles.
Probably Los Angeles. And made from sustainably sourced micromodal, a fabric that is 3 times softer than cotton. I almost said twice. I would have been lying. And if you're not ready for their subscription today, that's okay. You can still save. That's because MeUndies is offering you 20% off your first order when you go to MeUndies.com/podcast. So go ahead, revamp your underwear drawer. You deserve it. Once again, that's MeUndies.com/podcast. How about that? All right, let's get right into the Comeback Kids segment. How about that? I've got some Comeback Kids. You got any?
Sure.
Did you bring any to the table today?
I always have
Okay, well, let's go.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right. So, do you want to start off then?
Sure.
You always say I steal the best ones, so
yeah,
you go first.
Obviously, healthcare is back.
And bitching about healthcare.
And bitching about healthcare.
Oh, can you believe all uncovered people? That's what I hear.
We're going to have this argument every president, I've determined.
Right, because it's not if it's the one you didn't vote for that's changing the healthcare, you don't like it. If it's the one you did, you're like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I don't know too much about it. I know people have lost or gonna lose coverage, or that stuff's gonna happen. But then I also know that
I don't think people are gonna lose coverage.
They're not.
I don't think people.
Pre-existing conditions is all I kept hearing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't like this topic. It's divisive. I don't like getting into divisive topics like
That's all you like doing.
No, it's not.
It's like 90% of what you talk about is divisive topics.
How so?
Everything. Just everything.
Whether or not we should use the F word in public?
I think so. Not that F word. The other F word.
The other. Anyways, bitching about healthcare is back. All the Republicans were happy last week. Right after Jimmy Kimmel made that heartfelt video.
And just went to nothing
after that.
Went to
nothing. I felt so bad for Jimmy Kimmel too. Didn't you?
Is Paul Ryan the one everybody focused their hate on? I know it was called like Trump Care.
Well, yeah,
but I feel like Paul Ryan was the one that was getting shit on the most. That's what I said
when I saw Trump Care for the first time. I was like, I don't think this is Trump
Look,
Care.
I didn't sign this.
I feel like Obama was a lot more involved with Obamacare than Trump was involved with the...
Yeah, he kind of forced it on people. And then he was just
Obama?
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, you don't have to get it. But you kind of have to get it, and then I'm going to brag about how many people signed up for it.
He made it a mandate.
Right. You just get fined if you don't get it. But
look
at how many people signed up. Did you see how many people we got to sign up? Like, yeah,
you don't get fined because that would be unconstitutional. You get taxed.
I signed up. You remember my Obamacare debacle?
Yeah.
So I had not sent my Obamacare taxes shit to the IRS. They sent me a thing back like, hey, you had this. I was like, not really. I didn't get covered. I was paying them money. It was a one-way plan. I didn't get anything from it. When I asked them for help or for medical care, they were like, fuck you. We don't have your money. And so I was like, I don't feel like I owe you anything. And I had to pay my tax from my bullshit 3 months of Obamacare that I didn't really get anything from, and it was like $900 that it took off of my refund.
Yeah, see, you told me about that story, and I've been eating up all my parents' health care since I know I've got it for free now.
Do it.
I went to the I'm going to go to the eye doctor.
I need to go to the dentist.
Doing all that shit.
I haven't been to the dentist in a while.
Dentist is awful. Absolutely awful.
It's not as bad as they make it, though.
It's awful.
It's not that bad.
It is.
It's not fun, but it's not that bad.
I remember when I went to the dentist when I was working at Petco once, and when you work at Petco, you realize, oh man, it's like we're just moving these dogs. Like I worked in the grooming department, so we just move these dogs along through the process and just do the same thing to them all the time. And I was waiting in line at the dentist. I was like, this is just, I feel like a fucking dog at Petco. Like they're just moving me through.
They give you a lollipop like a treat when you're done.
Like what the fuck? This is awful. The worst. The worst is when they give you the cleaning and you have to pick like a flavor of cleaning you want, like bubble gum or fucking pina colada.
I always try.
Who the hell wants pina colada taste while they're getting their teeth?
I would rather get that over bubble gum. I'll be real with you there. But I always like.
Can't we just get like regular like toothpaste mint stuff? Like, does it have to be chocolate or vanilla?
Just ask for something specific they don't have, and they get just like, I don't know. Here, just give them something.
Yeah, and then they give you that nasty mouthwash at the end, and you got that taste in your mouth for the rest of the day.
And you're not supposed to eat if you get a cleaning for like 2 hours, which is always when you're the hungriest.
Ugh. And you can't really bitch because you don't want to seem like a puss, you know what I mean? Like, ow, that hurts. Like, if it were up to me, I would say, ow, that hurts every 15 seconds because motherfuckers, they're poking my teeth. Like, just the feeling of the metal up against my teeth.
Well, that's what they do it for. Like, they're trying to see if it's soft, so you need to get it repaired.
And then the X-ray thing. You know how they do the X-rays where you have to bite down
and hold a vest on you that's like 70 pounds?
Hold on, they give you that clunk of plastic. You know what I'm talking about, Robert? That weird clunk of plastic, and you got to bite down on it for like 30 seconds, and they take the pic. It's the worst. Can't they come up with new technology? You know how I say we've had the same technology like with toilets? Toilets simply have not changed since we invented them. They're
the
same.
They don't need to.
Yeah, well, I mean, they could. Like, I wouldn't mind having a toilet where it was the old-timey toilet where you actually yank down on the chain. You know what I mean?
Now you're just like, oh, I want to be nostalgic.
I know, but still, I'm just saying, can't we upgrade some of the things that we have?
I think some of them are just fine.
Like X-rays for your teeth. Like, does it have to be super duper uncomfortable and you have to bite down on that thing for 45 seconds?
I just hate when like they make you put that thing on and it's like, what are you like hiding from? And then they go back and they hide behind the wall and it's like, how bad is this for me? Like, are you gonna kill me? What's going on?
Another thing is adult braces.
Invisalign, bro. Invisalign. We've got that.
Tackle this problem at a younger age? I feel like adult braces.
Some people, dude, that's like a quality of life thing, you know. People that don't have money growing up, they're not able to get braces because their parents can't afford it. But then they have a better job when they get older, so they get it then.
Well, there should be some kind of like charity, like donate $5 with your coffee, and this money will go to kids who can't afford braces.
Maybe that's what charity we need to get behind.
That's what I'm saying. Enough of these
wheels on meals on wheels. Watch out.
Enough.
Watch out. We're shopping.
Adults with braces. I feel so bad for the adults with braces. Remember Catch Me If You Can when Amy Adams had the adult braces and Leonardo DiCaprio still tapped that?
I mean, I would have.
He's a trooper.
I would have. Amy Adams is kind of hot sometimes.
Kind of sometimes.
It's weird. Like when you look at her in certain situations, like, yeah, I would. And then others are like, yeah, no, not gonna do that.
Well, I mean, I would. Yeah.
I guess everybody's kind of like that, though, probably.
I guess. Anyways, you guys can come back here.
Yeah, cultural appropriation.
What?
It was Cinco de Mayo.
Oh.
So, a lot of people that were white were not being that thoughtful to Mexican culture. Mm-mm. And let me play you a little vid I found today. This is pretty fun. This is they're at a University of New Hampshire, and there's these dudes just kind of walking around. One of them has a poncho on over his backpack and everything, and this girl was not having it. If it'll just fucking play. Come on, internet. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is not fun when I'm doing it. But just, I don't think, is it cultural appropriation if you wear a poncho?
What's the point of wearing a poncho? Leggings has nothing to do with anything. I'm asking.
These guys are doing nothing. Just hanging out.
No, you're not. If you're not Mexican, how is it your holiday?
It's not my holiday. No, it's no one's holiday. We're celebrating. Okay.
Celebrating what? Celebrating what?
Cinco de Mayo.
It's not your holiday, sir.
Okay, then what is our holiday?
That's good for you white people to figure out. I don't fucking know. Cinco de Mayo is not your holiday.
Okay, so white people celebrate American holidays. Let's get get out. Let's get out. Let's get out. This is so stupid. I forgot that America.
All right, I got to tell you the funny part of the video, and I guess I'll post this on our Stuff from the Show page as well. There's one guy wearing a Mexican poncho, and then his friend is wearing just a rain poncho over on top. So I like his move. That was a good call. And I don't think that's cultural appropriation.
I'd like the reason to tell you.
Shit I've ever seen. She's trying to make us.
You need to get the fuck away.
She's trying to make us see. Mike.
Just, I want, there's one
What is
point.
she trying to say? She's trying to make a what?
A statement. There's just a point that I want to get to, and then I'll stop the video, but I think you'll laugh.
Serious. I want to talk to you. No, but they want to act morally superior to you. Just
Stop being so insensitive.
Can I please talk to you?
so insensitive.
I'd like to talk to you guys.
No,
they're just talking down to us.
Sure, we can talk.
We can talk. We're being reasonable, I feel like.
You just nice.
Just wait for it. This one's coming up.
No, Mike, stop. This is a waste of time.
Yeah, I know. I want to make a point. Let's go.
And now we're using the R word.
Okay. All right, guys.
You shouldn't say them. It's insensitive.
You shouldn't say it's them. It's insensitive. So, okay, this is the girl.
I don't even want to talk about this, man.
She wrote a Facebook message to, like...
I see these videos. I told you this all. I see these, and I just, like, I don't... What? It just fucking irritates me so much.
Yeah, just like, why? Like, they were just wandering around. They were at college.
I don't know why
so
people
obviously,
share
like...
this shit, man. I don't know why people give these people any attention at all. Like, these people should not have any kind of platform.
It's just like when you're trying to have a platform.
I don't even know why we're talking about it.
But you should have a platform for certain things. This isn't what you should, like, stand on that platform for. There's things you should and things you shouldn't. And this is one of those things. It's like, is it racist? No, it's not. That's been a thing that people have always done.
There's a story like this every single week of the dumbass college person. Was she Mexican in this video?
No, the girl's black. It was a black girl. So she doesn't write, I guess, on a letter directly to University of New Hampshire. She goes and just posts her status. This is an open letter, as they call it. She says, "Dear UNH, for an institution that claims it encourages diversity, where were you yesterday when we needed you the most? Why do you encourage us to come here? Yet we were forced to defend our existence every day on this campus. I was utterly disgusted with the students who chose to demean and appropriate Mexican culture. I walked on campus miserable as if I didn't belong. As a black woman, I was forced...
Fucking kill yourself. Kill yourself.
As a black woman, I was forced to become the very thing society deemed me to be. Angry.
I want her to commit suicide.
Just one more time. As a black woman, I was forced to become the very thing society deemed me to be. Angry. Which is why I decided I was then going to go yell at a group of people. So I wouldn't appropriate that culture that was already a stereotype.
Everybody's such a fucking victim.
Everybody
is such a victim.
What do we have to do for you to hear us? Are we not loud enough? To my Mexican brothers and sisters, I am sorry. Sorry us wildcats let y'all down. Sorry this institution failed to protect you. Please know that you are loved. I'm sure every Mexican student there was just like, thank God, finally we're loved. Okay, good.
This fucking irritates
me. UNH needs to open their eyes. So, but fun fact, I did a little Googling, though. And, because ponchos, Mexican appropriation, right? A rain poncho, this is the first thing on Wikipedia. A rain poncho is made from a watertight material designed to keep the body dry from the rain. Ponchos have been used by the Native American peoples of the Andes since pre-Hispanic time.
There you go.
Doesn't seem like it's culture appropriation to me. I'm just reading history. Reading history, but okay. Yeah. So that's a comeback kid. I just thought that was a fun little tidbit to throw in there.
Piss me off, man.
A little bit, maybe. Well, let's go back to the lesser things.
I hear about this shit every week. There's a stupid story like this, and these people shouldn't have any airtime. They shouldn't have any kind of, like, nobody should pay any, like... Picture the dumbest person in high school you went with. The absolutely most idiotic person. Do you have that person in your mind?
Yep.
Okay. Would you listen to that person?
Nope.
Like why are we listening to these people?
Because people think it's fun to poke fun at them, which is kind of why I'm doing that right now. But I get it. I get what you're saying, and it's a good point. I think that, like, there's things that you want to fight for, and it's like, do I want? Like maybe like police shootings, like shooting innocent people that police are doing. Like, that's something to focus on, because that should probably be something that shouldn't happen as often as it does. You know, yelling at people for wearing ponchos on Cinco de Mayo, not really what you should go to battle over, I think. You know, getting mad at Miley Cyrus for saying that hip-hop was dead, or that hip-hop wasn't good anymore, or whatever the fuck she just said, that everybody's now like, oh, Miley Cyrus hates black people because she doesn't like hip-hop. That's not the same thing. That's stupid. You shouldn't fight for that. Just let it go, guys. Just let it go.
Like my uncle has the story before he quit his job and started living with my parents for nothing. Like, for some reason, when I was about 16 years old, my uncle just gave up on life and decided, I'm not going to work anymore. I'll just live off my family. Mm-hmm. Weird, right? But anyways, he always told the story about how the company he used to work for would celebrate, Cinco de Mayo and St. Patrick's Day and all this stuff, and they never did anything for Black History Month, and it pissed him off. Like, he got livid, and he he would write letters and shit like that. And I remember he was telling me these stories, and I remember being like 16 years old and him telling me the story. Like, I'm like, why do you care? Like, can't you just go there and work and then come home and like, why do you need
take their money?
What exactly?
And
why
then
do you
shut
feel
up?
like you need everybody to? Why? I don't. Well, it's so stupid. Whatever. Anyways, next.
I'm all for equality in the
Yeah,
workplace
me
and shit
too.
like that, but like.
I'm like,
You don't need to be able to be like,
It's
oh,
not like-
I want to have this there
Yeah.
and this there and this there because this offends me. It's like just
I
shut
get-
up and do your work.
I
guys.
get it is kind of weird that, okay, fine, they're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, they're celebrating all this stuff, and then February comes and goes, and they're not doing anything for Black History Month.
You know what? I
It's a little
celebrate
weird.
Black History
It's a little
Month every
weird.
day.
But I don't think they're racist. I don't think the big bosses are up there saying, "Oh, those stupid Negroes don't need anything," kind of thing. Like,
Right.
Fucking
Well,
get
you're a
over
black
yourself.
guy and you said
Get
it, so
over
it's
yourself.
true.
Anyways, go
So
ahead.
obviously that is fact. Back to the lesser controversial topics. Big Baller brand is back. You know, Lavar Ball.
Yeah, he's
and,
another dumbass I don't like paying attention to.
Lonzo Ball, his son, is going to be a high draft pick, and he is trying to, promote his Big Baller brand, which is Lavar's company.
Well, let me ask you this.
So
We saw Colin Kaepernick. Nobody wanted to take him because just his off the field kind
his
of
personal things.
His personal things. Are we gonna see the same thing with this guy?
with Lonzo Ball, that's his dad is the thing, though.
Yeah, but still, that's fucking.
Are you going to be an overbearing dad enough to he's been an overbearing dad enough to the point to where Nike,
I know this
Adidas,
dad.
and
Don't
Nike,
you know
Adidas,
this
and
dad?
Under Armour wouldn't sign him.
Didn't
though.
you have the dad when you were on football, like the dad who showed up to the kids' practices and
Yes,
everything?
I
Like,
did have that.
And wasn't
dad.
that weird?
We had that dad, and I thought it was a little odd, but
Like,
we
I
never had
remember-
anything like this crazy. Like this guy's going
No,
on
I get
Sports
it.
Center and like going on all of these shows trying to just talk about like, oh, my son's going to be the best thing since Jordan. And so he released these shoes because his son couldn't get Under Armour, Nike, or Adidas to do it because they didn't want to be dealing with his dad regularly.
Mm-hmm.
So he just made Big Baller brand their own shoes. That's the Lonzo Ball shoe, and it's $495. So my question though to you is, like, a tap out used to be like the douchey thing to wear.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's kind of shifted to like the money team. Floyd
Affliction.
Mayweather's TMT.
Affliction used to be douchey.
Affliction did. Well, Affliction and Tap Out were kind of the same thing. And now like you don't really see them. Ed Hardy also, a lot of people.
Ed Hardy.
It's kind of the
Jesus
same thing.
Christ.
But my question to you is, it's more sports, so like sports douchey related, even though I guess all of those were kind of.
You said the money team.
The money team, the Floyd Mayweather, TMT.
You see his
all
billboards?
those. No.
Oh, his billboards. I drive by one every single day on my way to work.
Really?
Oh yeah, TMT. I always get excited because I think it's
What is he advertising?
It's TMT, his brand.
What do they sell? Hats?
I don't know.
Shirts?
But I always get excited because when I see TMT for half a second, I always think, oh, a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
TMNT,
movie
yeah.
is coming out. Fantastic.
Because the way the logo is kind of.
it
So
looks like TMNT.
what is a douchier thing to wear now? Is it Big Baller brand or TMT stuff? Because Floyd Mayweather, I liked him. I mean, he's a dope boxer. He's really good. He's the best of his
like
time.
him.
And he beat Mayweather. He beat Pacquiao, and I was rooting for him to beat Pacquiao.
Why?
Mainly because I had a bet with my friend Dinah Powers that the loser had to get the winner's name tattooed on them, and I won that bet. So, I mean, I've been a Mayweather fan for a while. I think he would beat McGregor if it was coming down to that, but I think that he's a douchebag. He fucking carries around just stacks of cash all the time like an asshole just to brag about it. And I think he's an asshole, but I think that Lavar Ball is kind of a dick too. And I think it's weird that his son is not like, hey, Dad, like, chill.
Back off, yeah.
Chill the fuck out, dude. Like, people are talking shit. I guess you're staying in the know. Like, is it douchier, though, to wear Big Baller brand or Money Team?
Probably, in my opinion, money team. I don't like Big Baller brand.
But it's like, it
Has
looks
it
like.
been out? Is it out? Can you get Big Baller brand?
Yeah, they have a website and everything.
Oh.
But it's just like 3 B's in a row, and it
honestly-
looks like Walmart
Can
designed
I
it.
be honest? I've never seen any person wear Big Brother
Because it's a very new thing. It's
Brother.
very new.
or money team.
Speaking of Big Brother, though, I did get an email. Somebody was asking me about if we were going to be doing a Big Brother pool
I
this
think
year.
I
You
reminded
bet
you
your
last
bottom
week.
dollar. Well, I guess they must not have heard them.
I
But
think it's starting the end of June.
yeah, you said that they announced the premiere date.
Yeah.
So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have 16 people. More like really, it's 13.
You think anybody's
including
gonna
me,
come
Robert,
back?
and Chris? Probably.
Of all the people from last season, who would you want to come back?
Oh, come back from the last cast. I don't know.
I'm going Michelle.
Paul. I want Paul to come back, but I don't think he would do well just because I think
No, I
that
don't
he.
want Paul. I'd want Frank,
Victor.
but Frank wouldn't come.
I know.
back.
I loved Frank. Frank was
God,
my
Frank
favorite.
was the fucking best.
Flank.
Frank the Tank. Oh,
And then he just pissed everybody off and didn't care.
Oh God.
But
What was
anyway.
the black chick's name? That was just the worst.
Devon.
Ugh,
I did
she
not
was
like
fucking
her.
Awful. Anyways.
But I think Big Baller Brand was the douchier thing to wear in
Okay.
this aspect. Just because they're charging $495 for shoes.
Yeah.
Jordan didn't do that, and he's like, well, Jordan wasn't as good as my son's going to be. And it's
Is
like,
that
"All
what
right."
he said?
Yep.
He did not say
He
that.
did say that. He did say that. So
Have you ever worn a
That's kind of
Have
douchey.
you ever had a pair of Jordans? Do you wear Jordans?
I do have a pair of Jordans. I did not ever buy them. I was at a pool in college and was going to get some shit that I had left from the night before, and they had a pair of like pretty sick like neon Jordans. I was like, I'll take these.
There you go.
So every like 90s party I go to where you gotta dress up, that's what I wear.
There you go.
So I think Big Baller Brand is the douchier way to wear. Another couple of comeback kids of the week I got, all related to horse racing. So horses, back the Kentucky Derby. Just kicked off the start of like 2 months where people pretend that they know about horses and care about them. I did not really get a chance to watch it, but I did see that there was a horse that like was galloping around behind and didn't really start off well. That was funny. And then there was a horse that had one eye. His name was Patch.
Ah, yes, I did see that.
I was rooting for him, and I'm sad he didn't win. But anyways,
The hats are getting ridiculous.
the hats.
right?
But that's speaking of, hats are back because women just are like, I don't wear hats ever, but now I'm gonna wear a sombrero-sized hat that's got a bend on it and a flower, and it's magenta, and it shoots flames out of it.
She's flames. Weird, right?
Yeah, that's back. And then mint juleps.
Oh,
They're back.
yes.
Have you ever had a mint julep?
I don't think so.
I have not either.
No.
Perhaps we should watch the Preakness together and sip on some mint
Sure.
J's.
Some mint
Huh?
J's.
How about that?
Sounds good.
And then my last one, John Daly, all of our favorite alcoholic golfer.
Yeah,
he won the Insperity, so it's like the Champions Tour, which is the older gentlemen's tour for the men. It was his first PGA tournament win since 2004, and the best thing about it was that he won, and he was wearing American flag golf pants like a badass, and then his friend and his caddy just come and just douse him in champagne. It's like, you just won an average tournament.
Does he win
and you're
money for that?
Yeah. I think you win money for all those tournaments.
How much money do you think?
Probably a lot. Well, we can find out. 2017 Insperity winnings.
Oh God, it's gonna be a lot, and he's gonna fucking kill himself. Do you know? Do you see?
It's not popping up real fast, so I'm not
Okay.
gonna look that hard. But he won some money. You win money anytime you
Sure.
get. Most of those tournaments, if you're in like the top 30, you're getting a little bit of money at least.
Right. Well, good for him.
Yeah. So way to go, John Daly. Back on track. Hopefully he keeps winning. You know, he's my favorite golfer now at this point. Right.
It's 30 for 30 is in my Netflix queue.
It's a really good 30 for 30.
Is it?
Talking about just how his like career kind of just went
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because he was a really good golfer, but then just drugs and alcohol kind of got in the way. Ladies got in the way and
Fucking
all that stuff.
White trash.
And he was like Tiger Woods, but like more extreme. Like he did. Like Tiger had a really good career before that happened. Not that drugs really got to him or anything, but women did. Women
Speaking of
definitely
30
did.
30s, have you seen that Tanya Harding 30 for 30?
I have not.
It's fantastic.
I watched the Kentucky one most recently, the One and Not Done about John Calipari. That was all right.
Yeah. I haven't watched one since the U of H one.
That was good.
Anyways.
Another one that is. Or that was it. That was all I had, I believe, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Well, how about that?
How about that?
You know what is also good that we actually enjoyed on Saturday. We hung out with my pal Ty, who's our Kräftig guy, and we were sipping on some Kräftigs at the Pub Galleria. It is the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy Podcast, American-owned and purity brewed, Kräftig Lager and Kräftig Light. It is spelled Kraftig, pronounced Kräftig. They select only the finest ingredients to deliver a stronger flavor profile, made with simply the best, available to any brewer, pure water, fine barley malt, premium brewer's yeast, and noble Hulerto hops. No adjuncts like rice or corn to lower the cost or alter the taste, and there's no industrial enzymes to shorten the natural brewing cycle. It's just an all-natural, all-malt brewing process that uses less to give you more of what you want, a stronger flavor. It's at parity with the leading premium plus beer brands, and it's got a pure, fuller flavor that appeals to a variety of taste palates. It's dope. Kräftig Lager, Kräftig Light, American-owned, purity brewed, and you can get it at most Houston area HEBs, motherfuckers. And also, I'll tell you about our pals at Blue Apron. It is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. Blue Apron established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the United States. And as a result, that means that you're getting the freshest ingredients delivered right to your door. Create incredible meals in the kitchen in 40 minutes or less. Bobby Jokes over here tried it the other week and said that it was it was like exactly the amount of minutes they said it was going to take. Each week, customers receive a refrigerated box containing all of the ingredients they need. Boxes contain cards that highlight seasonal crops and supplier stores, and each set of ingredients corresponds with its own recipe card that has instructions, pictures, and helpful cooking tips. Cooking together builds stronger family bonds. Research shows that Apron families cook nearly 3 times as often. Those families that spend a lot of times at restaurants and high-end grocery chains can now spend under $10 a person for a delicious meal. Like if you wanted to order, you could just order like this week's menu: beef, knockwurst, and sauerkraut. Now, I don't know exactly what that is, but I'm looking at the picture of it, and it looks delightful. You could also maybe get some shrimp and squid ink spaghetti. Huh? That's weird.
Are you joking?
I'm not even kidding. Look, Bobby, look over here. It's got black noodles. I guess that's the squid ink painting in black. How about that? That's pretty cool looking. I would try that. Yeah. That's like what I've heard from all the people that I know that have done Blue Apron is that it expands what you cook with. Like you're like, oh, I didn't realize I could use arugula or snap peas in dishes. So you can kind of, mix and match, and maybe you learn that this might not be for you, but you could try something else and alternate. You could have a chicken and sweet pepper tostadas this week, and roasted cauliflower and freekeh salad. Those are just some of them. How about that? Those all sound delicious to me. Oh, speaking of arugula, mozzarella and arugula paninis. That's on the menu this week. You could really deal with arugula. So Blue Apron's got a lot of options for you guys. Here's the deal we have for you. Go to blueapron.com/PTG to get $30 off your first order. That's blueapron.com/PTG. We're literally giving you $30 in free food. Go to blueapron.com/PTG. Blue Apron, a better way to fucking cook.
Gotta leave in 7 minutes.
You gotta leave in 7 minutes? Well.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you gonna do first then? Answers not cool.
Let's do it. Let's knuckle.
You gonna do not cool? All right.
What? Don't give me that.
All right.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
All right. So you lead us off then, since you have to leave early. Cinderella. Turn into a pumpkin. Is that it?
No.
Nope.
What?
Who turns into a pumpkin at midnight?
I think they had like the fucking chariot that they were driving.
Well, okay, it was the
I don't know.
same book. I don't know.
All right, you're fucking taking up time. So I was at the car wash last week, and I'm getting out of the car to hand my car over to the car wash experts, because nobody's just an employee anymore. Everybody's an expert or a fucking, wingmaster or something stupid like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm handing my car over to the car wash expert. And the lady next to me is getting out of her car. She reaches over to her passenger card. She decided to bring her dog to the car wash today. Because, it's a Tuesday. Why not bring my dog to the car?
Sense.
I mean, who
was it a little dog?
Of course it was a little dog.
Yeah, it's always a little dog.
Who doesn't bring their... who are these people that bring their dogs everywhere? I know I've bitched about this before. I have a dog. I've never once in my life thought, all right, well, I'm going to the Walgreens to pick up some toothpaste. I guess I'll bring my dog inside with me.
I'll only bring my dog if it's like a place I'm running in, and it's like I'll leave the window cracked for you and leave the car running, and I'm in and out.
Right. I'll bring my dog.
If you're going to get fast food, stuff like that. They get excited.
But if I'm going to Target, I swear to God, you'll see dogs in fucking Target, and
that's fucking
in
weird.
the car wash. And this is like a nice car wash where there's an inside with nice leather couches and TV. Like the dog is just up, like running around, like on the couches and jumping and barking. I'm like, Jesus Christ, lady, did you have to bring your dog to the car wash? And you're an older lady. I know you don't have much to do on your to-do list. It's like you just have to go to the car wash and then you're going home, kind of thing.
Your dog will be fine.
Your dog will be fine. It's not like you found yourself running around the city and you had your dog with you and you're like, oh, I had to stop into the car wash.
I was doing one of those car gigs for a radio station not too long ago. I was out at a car dealership, and I swear to God, there was a lady that was walking in shopping for a car. She brought her dog. But it was like a big dog, like a golden retriever fucking sized dog. Yeah. Just like walks into the front door of the place like, what the fuck do you, didn't ask, is it okay if I bring my dog in?
No, it's not.
It's just not. Why?
It's like a child. Like you're like a child who wanted to bring all his little stuffed animals along
with
you. Like I had to bring something with me. Something to keep me occupied.
You're the adult that still brings your pillow everywhere you go when you're going over to stay at a friend's house. It's like, dude, I've got pillows.
Like Linus with your blankie.
Right. Get over it. It's okay. I love dogs. I'm not an anti-dog person
Neither
by
am
any
I.
means. We love dogs.
But there's a time and a place.
We are maybe the most pro-dog show ever.
Right.
I'm going to just go ahead and say we are.
Okay.
Most pro-dog podcast of all time.
Sure.
Mark it. So that's your not cool?
Yep.
All right. Well, I got a couple for you.
Okay.
And I want you to stay until I'm done.
All right. Well,
because they're a big deal.
I'm not going to be late for work. I'll tell you that right now.
Open letters, and I already just talked to this girl. We just read an open letter, but open letters are annoying to me, and I think I kind of discussed this with you, and you were saying like LeBron James should just call it a press release.
Yeah,
Like,
I told
when
you
it's
that
like
earlier.
an open letter to Cleveland. It should
it's
just
a
be
fucking
a press
press
release.
release.
An open letter is not ever intended to go to anybody in real life. It's really just you. Like, you should just call it my open-ended me bitching about something that I was really upset about and want you guys to read, but I'm gonna like, dear United Airlines. United Airlines isn't gonna read that. And if they are, then why is it your Facebook status? They're not like your friend. That's fucking stupid. But I've just seen like in the last couple of weeks.
Do they actually send the letter?
No, they don't. That's why it's an open letter, because they don't want to fucking do anything. They don't want to hit send. They just want all their friends to be like, "You're so right, girl. You get it." Or I mean, guys do it too, but like it's mostly moms is what I've seen this last couple of weeks, and it was that fidget spinners that little kids are playing with. It's like those little ball bearing things you spin, and it's like. What, an open letter to my child's school on why he should be allowed to carry fidget spinners, and an open letter to my son's
spinners.
Yeah, because I guess they're like distracting kids in school. I've messed with one this week, and it's really distracting to me, and I have ADD, and that's who they're supposed to be treating. So I don't get it. But I think open letters are fucking stupid. CEO is never gonna see that shit. Just say it's my rant, not an open letter. You're not sending it. An open letter is a letter that is opened after a point in time, not that everyone in the world gets to see. That's fucking stupid. It's a rant.
Good for you.
My other not cool is it's not Chris Pratt. It's Chris Pratt having to apologize because he used the word listen. Chris Pratt used the word listen this week, and
this is another one of those stories.
He was talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was just like, "Listen, turn it up loud." And apparently, deaf people were upset.
How did they hear that?
Right? Well, I don't know. I guess they read about it somewhere.
Okay.
But deaf people are now
deaf people.
Deaf.
Okay.
Deaf.
Yeah.
Deaf.
Yeah.
People. But he did like a whole sign language, like, "I'm sorry, I offended you guys," and he was saying Instagram should put captions up.
When you were saying get rid of the open letters, I was also gonna say get rid of the public apologies.
Yeah, I mean that's becoming. But I get like you trying to save your job at a certain point, so I understand that a little bit. But just what? How? Like saying the word "listen" is not offensive to anybody, and if it is offensive to you, then you obviously have a pretty solid life where you don't have that many things to worry about because this is what you're focusing on. So I've just, using that, kind of like the poncho thing, doing a little research, just some things that, if we're going to go forward with this route, we got to ban these words too. Look, offensive to the blind.
Right.
They can't see things. Have a nice day. Clinically depressed people.
Yeah.
They're always having an awful day. Get well soon. Like, we couldn't have said that to Sam. Get well soon, Sam. Nope. Well, not if there's chronically ill people.
Yeah.
That's bad. What about, what would you say? I don't know. What would you say? There's mutes. There's mutes out there, so we gotta do that. And then get up, stand up for your rights. Wheelchairs.
Yeah.
So Bob Marley, pretty much.
Seriously.
That song's gone. That's an offensive song. So Bob Marley hated wheelchairs. That's a thing I just learned. But yeah, that's my not cools. And then I think I had one more, and this was from Friday from Cinco de Mayo, and it was kind of my fault. But it's not really. It's just the principle of this. It's that you can't buy alcohol after certain periods of time.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck? What are you doing, guys? Like, because I think in Texas you can buy it after 1 a.m. on one night in the weekend, and I think it's Saturday. But I don't know. I thought it was a Friday then. But I get there and everything's all blacked out. And like, nope, you can't buy that.
It's stupid that you can't buy it on Sunday at all, or afternoon for beer.
And I could get like if it was like one reason why, but then like, there's not. It's just like church.
Church, yeah.
People don't want to have people drinking while they're in church. And it's late now, and people want to sleep. It's time to sleep, not go to church.
Right.
All right, so that's it for you?
Yeah, man, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I told you
I'm just going to call you on the phone then?
Yeah,
and you have to do answers the whole way.
I will absolutely do that.
All right, we're doing it.
Okay, call me now.
I'm going to pull up my phone system real fast. Bobby Jokes, you sit down here. You're filling in now.
See you, Bobby.
Moving into the co-host chair, so get used to this. It might be a permanent chair after a while.
Seriously.
Oh, hey, just enjoy the free food my mom sent you before you walked out on my podcast.
Yeah, seriously.
Dick. We're really going to call him, though. All right, so this is the part where I fill because Bobby Jokes is a very good producer, and he's got to set up all the cameras now and then walk over here. And now Alexa's talking to me because she's just trying to get in on all of this. There we go. That's the phone systems booting up, and by phone systems, I mean Skype. Because we're really high-tech here. How's it going?
It's going good.
Does it feel weird sitting there?
It does, especially with these headphones on, because I don't stand around with...
Yeah, we offer you headphones, and you're just like, no, I'm good. I don't need headphones. But let me see if I've got Chris's number saved in here. Motherfucker. This is fun. This is me filling, and I'm not very good at filling by myself. So, you got any plans for the week, Robert? What are you doing the rest of the week, huh?
I'm just gonna work on the editing podcast. But I let Chris borrow these headphones. And I was gonna tell him he's got to resist the urge to take them with him. And I thought,
oh yeah, he just would have forgotten anyways, huh? He always forgets something. Chris is the biggest like person that like he always like, oh, I forgot my keys. How do you leave without your keys? All right, I've got his phone number now.
I thought he might be offended for that by that though, you know, because he's
always,
yeah.
It's always,
and he's black.
Not that. I'm not offended by that. That's okay with me. All right. Here we go. This is gonna be like the worst way to do answers ever. Just on a phone.
What if he doesn't pick up?
Right? Like, who are you talking to? You literally knew we were calling you. What are you doing, Chris? Hello?
Yeah.
Finally you pick up. Jeez, how many times are you gonna let it ring?
I don't know. What do you want?
Answers. We're doing answers. Let me play the intro first.
Okay.
Let me play the fucking intro first.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
All right. We will start off with our first question from our girl TJ Ivy, who we promised would always go first on answers as long as she keeps sending us questions. She said, and we were talking about Super Bowls and like, would you rather go to a Super Bowl, your favorite team, or see all the games of your team? And it was, would you rather attend a Super Bowl in which your least favorite team is playing, or attend Ja Rule's Fire Fest? So
Ja Rule's Fire Fest.
Right. I'm on the same boat as you. Like, I would rather go to a shitty music festival than see the Dallas Cowboys or the Philadelphia Eagles play in a Super Bowl, because I watched one of those two teams play in a Super Bowl. I actually watched the Cowboys win, but I was too young to really comprehend it. And then I watched the Eagles lose to the Patriots, and it was one of the happiest feelings in the world. But I was so pissed when they made it to the Super Bowl. So
well,
I'd
rather go to Fire Fest than sue Ja Rule and get $1 million that these people are going to get. These people are getting some are getting like $1 million.
Yeah, you just had to go through a bunch of shit at least.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So you're gonna do Fire Fest too?
Fire Fest.
What is your least favorite football team, Robert? Is it the Cowboys?
Sure.
What is it really though?
I don't
Fuck
really
Robert. Fuck you, Robert.
Oh, he's gonna say Cowboys. We're gonna stick with that. So you have two Cowboy haters on the show, and then I like Chris a little. I like Robert a little bit more now. So yeah, I guess all three of us. Ja Rule's Fire Fest. That was a good question though. Sean Kometz writes in. He's another frequent writer. He says, deathbeds.
Damn it! I left my iced tea at your apartment. Fuck.
So I told you. What did I? We as we were calling you, I was like, he forgets everything. Like you forgot the headphones that Robert brought for you, but whatever. Sean Kometz says, deathbeds. Who buys those? Valid point. I've never, like, a lot of mattress stores advertise on the radio stations, and I've never once heard, like, we got a great deal on deathbeds. You always hear somebody's on their deathbed, like my.
Alex, you know what a deathbed is?
Obviously, a bed that you're lying in.
It's just when you're lying down and you're about to die, you're on your deathbed. It's not an actual bed, you dumb fuck.
I don't know. Sean seems to think that they are.
Sean is wrong. Who is this? Sean Kometz?
Yeah, our boy, Sean Kometz, that always writes into us with great questions.
Our boy. Okay.
Yeah, I think, obviously, like, zombies would buy deathbeds. I'm just spitballing here.
What's the most you would spend on one?
Yeah, like, well, you get it? It'd have to be a good deal, right?
Yeah.
But if it's going to be the bed you die on, do you want it to be a dope bed, or do you not care because you're going to be dead in it?
Can I say something real quick?
No.
Alex, you know that Kroger at the corner of your apartment? Like, I'm looking at a man who's just lying down in the middle of the thing, and the police officer's waking him up right now and telling him to leave. That he can't just take a nap here in the middle of the road.
Oh, no way.
The cop on the scooter just had to wake up a man from his nap who was taking a nap in the middle of the parking lot.
Oh, like the Kroger cop scooter?
Yeah.
What's it?
That's awkward,
the Segway?
Right? Yeah, exactly. On the Segway. He's like, excuse me, sir, you cannot take a nap. I swear to God, just in the middle of the parking lot, on the pavement.
What cop do you take less seriously? The cop on a horse, the cop on the bike, or the cop on the Segway? Because I'm going to go Segway every time.
I'm going to go bike. Are you fucking kidding me with a bike?
Dude, a
like
Segway.
That's
not even a real fucking mode of transportation. That's like a cop on a hoverboard. It's the same fucking thing, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I lived in malls when
on a
they'd like, oh, what are
bike,
you going to do?
though.
Chase after me in that? I'm faster than you. Done. Oh, bike? What's up? I got a car. Same with horses. Horse, I'm going to spank your horse, and then I'm going to run off the other way, and you're going to be gone. Done.
Don't think so.
I think people that are dying probably by deathbeds, Sean. I'm not positive, but like Robert brought up a good point. You better be getting a good deal on these deathbeds. So I don't know who sells the best ones. I don't know if it's Casper mattresses. I don't know if it's Mattress Firm. I don't know if it's Mattress One. There's a lot of them these days, but I don't know too much about deathbeds, but probably older people buy them maybe.
Yeah, buy 2 get 1 free.
That could be it.
Frequent shopper or something.
Yeah, it's a frequent shopper. I bought my 4th deathbed. Okay, Nicholas in Iowa, also a frequent writer. We got all our frequent writers getting in this week. He says, Nicholas in Iowa says, isn't every sword a double-edged sword? Because you always hear like, oh, this one's a double-edged sword, and that's kind of a good point. They're like, either side of the sword is got an edge on it.
Well, would it be 4?
think-
Because it's 2 on the side and then 2 up.
But like each like the blade has 2 sides, right? So like that's it. Like the handle doesn't count as not having an edge, right?
Right.
All right, Alex. You
Chris,
remember Star
explain
Wars
this.
Episode 1?
Yes.
You remember Darth Maul had that super badass lightsaber that came out on both sides?
Yes. That was a double
I think
lightsaber,
that
not a
would be
double-edged sword, though. That's fucking stupid.
I think, but like a sword like that would be a double-edged sword.
But that's not a lightsaber. It's only lightsabers do that, dude. Everybody knows that.
Oh,
They don't make real
okay.
swords like that, okay? So if you're going to try and compare lightsabers to swords, like they both have the word saber in them sometimes, but lightsaber, way better than a sword. And everybody knows that, so please don't argue it again.
okay.
Please don't argue it again.
Excuse me.
Sorry. I do think, though, that every sword is double-edged, if we're being real here. Because, you know, with knives, sometimes you have the not sharp side
Right.
of the knife, and that's not an edge. I guess it is an edge. This is the ladle conundrum here.
Yeah, it's-
really. It's
Oh,
not a
God.
good edge, but it's an edge, nonetheless.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why like the points of the
Uh-huh.
sword, wouldn't that make it 4 then? Because there's one on this side and this side.
Oh, okay,
know,
okay.
that.
You're throwing geometry in this, dude. That's why I was confused. I guess. So maybe, yeah, it would be a quadruple-edged sword.
Quadruple-edged
So maybe,
sword.
but maybe not all swords are that way because they're not all shaped like that. But those particular ones are. But every sword is at least a double-edged sword. Can we get away with that safely?
I think so.
I think so too. What about you, Chris?
I disregard this whole question
Okay, well,
because y'all don't know
Good.
what a double-edged sword is.
apparently we do, and it's 2 against 1, so we win. All right. Andrew Green writes in with our next question, and he says, phone chargers, the sluts of technology.
The what?
The sluts of technology? Are phone chargers the sluts of technology? I think they might be. That's a good point because everybody's always like, bro, you got a charger? Like, my phone charger has probably charged thousands of phones, really, if we think about it.
Oh, the sex of technology.
No, the sluts of technology. They're getting plugging in and plugging out of everything.
Oh, I see. I see the sluts. Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
I guess phones, though, are kind of sluts, too. I would say the phone would be more of a slut than the charger. Because the phone is like, you'll charge it anywhere. Like, I have 2 chargers in my house. That's 2 dudes it's hooking up with anyways, if we're assuming the phone's a female, because it gets plugged in, too.
Uh-huh.
You know, you get where I'm going here?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah? Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
That phones are or that chargers are? Because I guess both of them are. Both of them would just be, they're kind of just whoring around, really.
Right. They're both in the same boat.
This is just a cesspool, really, that we're putting our phones in and our chargers in. And we don't know where these phones have been. We don't know what chargers these have been charged on. Maybe they've got diseases. Who knows? Practice safe charging, everybody. Practice safe charging. Yeah, they are. I would say phones more so, but we'll call chargers sluts too, because you dudes are kind of not. Like, dudes are just kind of douchebags if they're sleeping around all the time, unless you're a guy and you're like, yeah, guy's a badass. But yeah,
Right.
I would say that the phone's getting plugged into everything it can is a bigger slut. But good question, Andrew. I like it. Andrew's been writing in a lot lately. He's coming on strong, so he's catching on. He gets what we ask and answers. He gets it. All right, our last question of the week comes from Landon Roberts. I don't think he's written in before. And he says, this is a good question for Chris. What is the difference between an assassination and a murder?
Why is this a good question for me?
Because you're always like, oh, well, actually, this is what this means. And, the whole 9 yards really meant this. And blah, 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 blah. Like, that's the stuff you know.
Well, I mean...
You're into politics. Assassination happens to a president, right?
An assassination is when you want to, like, usually when it's for some reason, like for political reasons or for, I don't know, for ideal reasons. You're killing somebody for that.
Wouldn't that also be a murder, though?
Really. Like, you know, what's that?
So what I'm getting is an assassination can be a murder, but a murder can't be an assassination? Is that?
Correct.
Nah, it's the same thing,
Correct.
though. I think it's the same thing. It's just depending on who it happens to.
Like the guy who shot up the elementary school, I guess you could say
He would be an
assassinated the kids in the elementary school, but he really murdered them. Martin Luther King was assassinated. Lincoln was assassinated. They were killed for like a reason because the person who killed them didn't agree with their ideas and stuff.
But you could also murder someone over the same thing, right?
Look up assassination. What's the definition of assassination?
Now you made me do research. Okay, hold on. Let me pull out my fucking computer.
You'll know.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Assassination. I think assassination sounds cool. Like, I would rather be an assassin than a murderer. Like, that's, like, he's an assassin.
Like Assassin's Creed?
But
yeah,
an assassin is killing important people.
Yeah, okay. All right. The definition of murder is the unlawful premeditated killing of one human being by another. Seems kind of like what I would assume. Okay, so premeditated. But that would also be
that's what
like Lincoln was premeditated. Martin Luther King was probably premeditated.
All right. Okay, so read the definition of assassination.
The murder of a prominent person, often a political leader, or usually for political reasons or payment.
Yeah, see, for political reasons. That's what an assassination is.
That's a bullshit definition right there, honestly.
There doesn't need to be 2 words for it. There could just be one.
You should just, like, why are we, it's like when you say like, iconic and like noteworthy star. Mm-hmm. It's like, not iconic, you're not iconic. Like, random people that die but last year when everybody was dying, you know, and they're like, iconic so-and-so dies. Like, nah, I don't know who that guy is, so he's not really iconic.
What about legend versus hero?
Kind of like that. Iconic and legendary, I think we've argued this on the podcast as well. That was the word I was
hold on, Robert. Hold on. Heroes get remembered and legends never die.
Is that what you were setting up for?
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm glad you fucking picked up on that. I was just, well, actually. So, I feel like I'm just not happy with this answer here, honestly. I think that they are the same thing. It's just whatever. Because an assassination is the murder of a person. But, like, what if I didn't know who the president was? Like, maybe I'm ignorant. Does that make it not an assassination? It seems like it's, you know, it's kind of dependent on who's saying it's what. Nothing there, Chris? Okay, cool. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for chiming in, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm driving right now. I don't want to kill anybody and assassinate somebody.
You don't want to, yeah, you could assassinate someone. Hopefully you wouldn't assassinate a baker's dozen of people. That was another thing we had one
13 people?
Baker's, yeah.
Okay.
Talking about when, like, it'd be funny to reference people that died as, like, a baker's dozen.
A baker's dozen.
There's a pile up on I-10 today. It killed a baker's dozen. Why didn't they just say 13? That sounds nicer. But, yeah, I guess that'll wrap it up. That was a good question. Who sent that in again? Landon Roberts. It's a very formal name, it sounds like. Well done, guys. And you can send your answers or your questions for the answers segment to answers@passthegravypod.com. You can also tweet them to us at passthegravypod on Twitter. I am at Alex J. Middleton. Chris is at Chris Hogan 82. We're hanging up on you now, Chris.
No, I'm not at Chris Hogan 82. I changed my thing.
What'd you change it to?
I got really tired of all these parody accounts, these parody Chris Hogan accounts. Everybody's trying to hop on that, so yep. I'm real Chris Hogan now.
Are you really?
Real Chris Hogan?
I am.
At real Chris Hogan, then. All right.
At real Chris
you should have put like at not Chris Hogan. I tried to do at or not Alex Middleton, but that was too many characters.
Well,
I thought it would have been funny. But
real Chris Hogan was just enough.
Yeah, at real Chris Hogan then on Twitter, and Bobby Jokes, aka Robert Barbosa, is at Robert Barbosa 03. Unless you want to change yours to real Robert Barbosa.
I think I'm okay. I might go fake.
You might go do that. See, fake. I like that.
There you
Not
go.
Robert Barbosa. Or just do Bobby Jokes. You could always go that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. But all right, Chris, we're gonna hang up on you.
All right.
All right, later, man.
Later, Chris.
I heard that feedback was getting bad. But yeah, just you can tweet us all of that stuff and answers at passyourpod.com. And then also, go review us on iTunes, guys. It's easy, 5 stars, roast us. We'll read them when we get enough. And go to Amazon banner at passyourpod.com. You're buying your shit. I did that this week. I bought some new headphones before I knew Robert brought headphones. Now we've got a fuck ton of headphones. Everybody's going to have headphones one day.
I bought a bird cage using that link.
You bought a bird cage?
Do
you have a bird?
My brother does.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
Yeah.
You're going to get a bird? I want to be a part of this. This is awesome. Can we teach him to talk? Can he be on the podcast? Can we interview him?
He likes to fly around a lot.
Is it a talking bird?
No.
Damn it. I want to get a bird so bad that I can just have as a co-host. I think that would be the funniest thing in the world. That'd be the best morning show shtick. Just what do we got? The weather. You could read the weather. I don't think they read things. I think they just repeat stuff, but I'd like to think I could teach him. So, Amazon banner at passyourpod.com. They literally just want to know that we created a little traffic from our site to theirs. Then they gave us a teeny tiny kickback that we put right back into paying for all the stuff on the podcast. So all the mics, all the server space, all the web hosting fees, Robert, all of that stuff. We could put it right back into the podcast to keep it free for you guys. We really appreciate you listening. Share us with a friend. And Robert, we have some exciting news.
Oh, yeah?
Don't we?
What is it?
We're having a guest next week.
Really?
We're having a guest, and it's a big name guest. Maybe the biggest guest we've ever had.
Is it me again?
It's you. It's not you. It's actually not you. But you will be here, and I think Chris will be here, and then it will be our guest. And I will not say who, but it is a pretty big name.
It'll be you, our guest, and Chris for about half the podcast. And then
About half of it. Then you can take a spot, and then we'll interview, insert guest. But we've got a big guest. I'm not going to give it away, but it may be somebody pretty well known in H-Town. It's just food for thought right there. And then also we have big news. We got T-shirts. Who wants T-shirts? You guys like T-shirts? I like T-shirts. I wear shirts every day, mostly.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm wearing one right now.
Yeah, and I like your shirt. It's sports with an exclamation point.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. So you have some news for our listeners on our upcoming T-shirts.
Yeah, we're going to be releasing T-shirts soon. Maybe as of today, maybe tomorrow.
This week.
Yeah, it's going to be... maybe this week. It's going to be just the logo. And yeah, they're going to be available on Teespring. We'll post about it on the website, on Facebook, on Twitter. You're going to see them.
So you're not going to go to our... You can go to our website to find out how to get them, but you can't necessarily buy them directly from our website, right?
No, we're going to be selling them with Teespring.
Okay, so you can go on our Twitter, though, at PassingAPod, my podcast, or my Twitter, at Alex J. Middleton, at Robert Barbosa 03, and at Real Chris Hogan now. That chipped me up. You can go on there, and we'll be tweeting that shit out all week. When it gets launched. We're working on it. It's kind of a process. We got to line everything up, We're still in a process of it, but it should be up this week. That's my goal. And we're going to have, I think, 3 different options for you.
Yeah, I think they're different colors.
The fellas and the ladies. Mm-hmm. You can buy, so we got ladies tees too, and that's how thoughtful we are. And Nicole was saying that we just hate on women all the time, but nope. No, we don't. And that should be going up. Our Facebook, Pass the Gravy Podcast on Facebook, go and like that, and we'll keep you guys updated on that shit. And is there anything else? You had most of the information. That's why I was like, you explain it first.
No, I think that's it.
That's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. So just stay tuned for that. That'll be fun. And anything else? Anyone? No?
Chris?
No? Chris? Chris, where are you? Where are you at, Chris? No? He's not. I don't think he's in. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so thank you guys, and please go review us on iTunes. We need that. We need you guys to review us so we can show up higher on the iTunes list, and that would be dope if you could just help us out there, guys. But until next time, I want you motherfuckers to go out there and pass the gravy, bitches.